Bryant Street Publishing presents How She Likes It by Carla De Guzman. Read for you by Jeff Flores. Chapter 1. Isabel wished she knew how to smoke. It wasn't for her lack of trying. She'd done her fair share of sneaking out to smoking areas with her friends in her younger days, placing the lit cigarette between her lips. But each time she tried to inhale, an image of her parents' disappointed and stony faces would pop into her head, complete with their sigh of exasperation at the ultimate proof that their daughter was hopeless. The guilt would scare her out of it every single time. But some days, Isabel Alfonso wondered what it would be like to hold a thin white cigarette in her hand, inhaling the poisonous smoke to somehow relieve the stress creeping up her shoulders. All her smoker friends told her smoking helped them relax. She would die early, but at least she'd be a little bit less stressed. Sitting in a warm, too sunny conference room overlooking Ayala Avenue wasn't stressful, but it was the people in the room that was making her want to reach for a cigarette. There was the uncle/board member who was famous for handing out the red ang pao envelopes on Christmas with 3 crisp 1,000-peso bills inside. The company CFO, who was her ninong at baptism, was also there, along with the chief legal advisor, who was her ninong at confirmation. Normally, she wouldn't be intimidated to be the only woman in a room full of men. But when most of them had seen her running across their family lawn in her underwear when she was 4, it's a whole other ballgame. For one thing, they still looked at her exactly the same way, even at her ripe old age of 30. And then there was her father. Urge for a cigarette left unmet, Isabel tapped her fingers against the old Nara conference table instead, hoping the meeting would just end already. After listening to your considerations and consulting with the rest of the team, one of her father's employees was saying, his gaze fixed on Isabel. It was an impressive show of confidence, although she noticed that he kept wiping his hands nervously on his pants. We came up with an expansion plan for Impressionist cosmetics that will make its value equal to the Belvedere Resort, Isabel snorted, but managed to hide it in a cough when her father turned sharply at her. Allergies, she announced, wrinkling her nose. We have a partnership with Jianxia Manufacturing in Shanghai, her father cut in, like he'd been the one standing in front with the proposal. Her father loved taking over conversations that...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?